Hey everyone, Mike McClary here, and along with Dan Ashburn, and welcome to our webinar and training session today. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go on ahead and turn on my webcam as well. Let's see if we can get this going. Hopefully it's not going to take up too much of our bandwidth here. Let's see if it can pop up. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Depending where you're at, could be good afternoon. We turn that over here. There we go. So hopefully you guys are having an awesome weekend wherever you're located right now. I know Dan's over in the UK. I am here in the United States, right around St. Louis, Missouri. It's a beautiful day out here. And so even though we are kind of stuck and locked down, people are starting to get a little bit over here and enjoy life. But before we talk more about the training, I want to make sure that everyone can hear us okay. So if you don't mind, drop us a note about where you are joining us from. And if you see me turning my head, it's only so I can see your questions over here. All right, so we got Carrie from New York. We got, let's see, lots of people from all over the place here. Pull this out over here. All right, San Antonio, New Orleans, Florida, Newcastle, California, Sun Valley, Lavender from New York as well. Bryant, Lisa from New York. Awesome. Sounds like you guys can hear us just fine. So that's fantastic. So I want to welcome you all to the webinar today. We're going to be talking about not only how to start your own thriving business during this time of pandemic and lockdown, but we're also going to be showing you the 3 hottest markets that we've seen explode during this entire pandemic. It's kind of crazy how the whole world is going through everything right now during 2020, and 2020 is really going to be known forever as the year of the coronavirus. Different generations have their points in time that will forever live in their memory. We may have had, different World War I, World War II, other wars taking place. We had other crises that went on throughout time. But for me and my children right now, this is going to be the moment that they all remember, because this is the biggest impact on their entire lives right now. Now, we may think that it feels like this pandemic has been going on forever right now, but in reality, it's only been going on for about 4 months. It just feels like it's been going on forever. And the impacts, as Dan's going to talk about a little later on, they're more than likely somewhat permanent. So it's not just going to end anytime soon. The effects that we've all been feeling are going to be felt for a very, very long time, if not forever. But during this entire pandemic, there's a date that sticks out to me and to Dan and many other people as well. But most likely, you joining us on this workshop right now, you probably aren't aware why this date is important. But it's important to me because on this date, one of our students who's doing exactly what we're going to show you how to do, he hit exactly $1 million a month on June 8th, right during the middle of this pandemic, when there were businesses shutting down, schools shutting down, everything going into lockdown. His business was taking off, and he hit on June 8th $1 million a month. That's not $1 million in total for the lifetime of his business. That's not $1 million mark, for 1 year. It was $1 million over a 30-day period of time, which is just incredible. And he did it, just selling an everyday product. He did not do it selling toilet paper or face masks or even disinfectant wipes, as you might think. These products have all taken off, as well as Purell, any kind of hand cleaning products as well. He just did it selling an everyday average cooking product. And that's not the only type of product that's been taking off during this entire pandemic. One example I looked at just last night, vitamin D. As people started, reading some of the stories on what is and what's not working, how you can boost your immune system, simple products like vitamin D were taking off because people wanted to be more healthy and do whatever they could in order to keep themselves healthy during this time and this crisis. And again, it wasn't even just products that you might think that are health related. Products like this right here, hair trimmers. For the life of me, I never would have thought a product like a hair trimmer would be taking off and doing $1 million plus a year. But these hair trimmers did take off. And the reason for that is because it's the exact same one that so many people like me had to go out there and purchase because they couldn't cut their own hair. But a few months ago, I had to make the decision that if I wanted to ever not have this huge afro sticking out of my head, someone had to cut my hair at the house. And the person I chose to do it was this girl right here. That's my daughter, Frankie. I can tell you that she may look cute and innocent and sweet right there with her unicorn outfit on, but when she's holding razors and clippers around your head in the bathroom, cutting your hair for the first time, she doesn't look quite so sweet and innocent. She's a little bit older right now, so she wasn't quite, 4 years old here, but still, the world has changed a lot just because we're now doing things that we've never done before, letting people do things that we've never would have let them do before. And there's some big major changes as well that for now and forever will be a lasting impact upon us. And three that I like to point out. The first is that people who already were buying online, well, they're buying more than ever. We're seeing that right now in almost every aspect of e-commerce. Just in June, e-commerce in the US went up 76% in 1 month. Crazy numbers like that are unprecedented, never heard of before, because everyone's being forced to go out there and buy online. Now, it's not just that the people who were already buying online are buying more. Also, people who have never bought online finally have to. Not just older generations, but just people who may have been skeptical, go out there and purchasing online, giving their credit card to other companies that they may not have trusted in the past. Well, they didn't have any options because they had to get products delivered to their home. In some cases, things like paper towels and hand cleaner, you had to have them delivered to you. You couldn't go out there and buy them. So this new generation of people who never bought online were forced to do this because that was their only option. Now, in addition to that, people are buying new products that they never would have bought online, just like those hair clippers. I probably would never have went out there and bought them online, much less bought them at all. So now there's a whole new group of products that people are out there and going and buying because they are doing things at home. They're studying at home, they're working at home, they're cutting their hair at home. It's a whole new set of products, that a new set of markets that are opening up for people, which can be scary for a lot of different industries out there. But for people who are looking to build their own online businesses like we are, it's nothing more than an opportunity. It creates a huge opportunity for anyone willing to go out there, take a little bit of risk and take a leap of faith that since we're doing this and we've taught so many people to do this, that you can do this as well. But even though there's a lot more opportunity out there, opportunity by itself, it doesn't just equal success. It can stay out there, it can be great, we can all reach for it, but if you don't reach for it, opportunity is nothing more than potential success. What you really need to do is know how to take advantage of the opportunity, which is exactly what we're here to do for you today. Now, in case you're wondering how you're going to do this, we kind of gave you a hint in the emails you may have gotten for signing up for this webinar. And that's that we're going to show you how to launch everyday products on Amazon and build a brand and a business that you can use to change your complete life. Just like this product right here. This is a camping lantern fan that, always done kind of well on Amazon, but now it's doing better than ever because people are getting outdoors. They're tired of being locked down. They're tired of not being able to go anywhere. So the places they can go safely are campgrounds, maybe go out to the wilderness, the woods with their family. And one of the things they want to do is, even though they're doing all these things to get outside, they want to be comfortable. So products like this are really surging and taking off. And people that want to build their own brands are able to do that faster and easier than ever right now. Now, you may think though, like, oh, I couldn't invent a product like a rechargeable camping fan with a lantern built into it. Well, you don't really have to be any kind of incredibly creative person to do this. As a matter of fact, if you look at the top 8 camping fans on Amazon, all 8 of them are being sold by people just like you and I. As a matter of fact, there's no big brand out there. This isn't like Apple iPhones and iPads or Nike shoes. I challenge anyone watching this, when you think of camping fans that are rechargeable with lanterns, what big brand name comes to mind? And none of them. It's all these products, they don't have any big brands driving sales out there. As a matter of fact, it's a very small number of products that when you want to go and buy them, those are the ones that you really want to buy a specific brand for. But most of the products that are doing crazy numbers on Amazon, average, everyday products, they're not driven by the big brands out there. They're driven by people like you and I, just looking to create a great product, give great service, and create opportunity for yourself and for your family as well. Now, you may also be thinking you don't have enough time to do this or not enough money to do this as well. I'm here to tell you that we have taught thousands of people just like you, just like me when I started out, just like Dan when he started out as well, that you can do this. This is not something that takes a massive amount of time, and it doesn't take a massive amount of money in order to build this type of business. And we're going to walk you through all that in order to show you exactly how you can do this as well. Now, even though everything that we're going to show you today is something that Dan and I both believe in, and these are real students or real quotes and real numbers, we need to tell you that, every single business out there has risk. And just like a lot of achievements in life, what you get out of it depends upon how much you put into it. And some students will go out there and build businesses that make little to no money. But we're going to show you exactly how to increase the chances as best as possible so you can see and replicate the successes that we'll be showing you today. And when you are able to do that, you'll get a chance to become someone like Devin DeRoche here. Him and his wife, Katie, I know them both personally. They live here in the St. Louis area, and they had an incredible milestone they achieved using what is being taught today as well. In 2019, they hit the Inc. 5000 fastest growing business list. They were number 811, which is crazy. And if you look at the numbers that are posted right on the Inc. 5000 site, they did 2.7 million in revenue in 2018, which is a 527% growth. Just crazy, crazy numbers, but they are not alone. We learned from, the picture of Jamie I showed you earlier. Devin, we have so many more people going to show you as well that are going to show exactly what you can do and what you can achieve when you learn to do what we're going to be teaching you today. Now, you might be wondering, why should you be listening to me or Dan, but let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm like a lot of you watching this right now. I was in the corporate world for over 20 years, and I started my own business doing exactly what we're teaching today back in 2013. And I was able to take that business and build a thriving enough business and salary for myself that I could quit that corporate job a year later. Since then, I've sold over $14 million in products, primarily on Amazon, showing you and doing exactly what we're going to be teaching you today. I've also been able to, since that time, something else I never would have thought of, I've shared the stage with some really incredible business icons. You see Richard Branson over there on the right. You see Robert Kiyosaki as well. Two people that I've always admired and never for the life of me thought that I would have been able to meet because of my success, not only in my own businesses, but in teaching other people. I've now been able to meet with them, share the same stage they were at, and it's been another life-changing event for me as well. I've trained over 11,000 people how to do this business, and I'm here along with Dan to help you break free from whatever you're doing right now, whether you have a job where you're working from home, maybe you're a frontline worker and you still have to go out there and put your health at risk in order to do your job, or maybe you're looking for something new. That's why we're here today, to help you build a new life and change your life completely. Now, here's what we're going to teach you today: how to build your own brand of product, leveraging the incredible power and growing power of Amazon. And again, these are products that people want and need, and they want and need them more than ever right now. We're also going to show you 3 different markets that are exploding in growth. They were already growing before the pandemic hit. Well, now they're even growing faster than they ever were before. And everything that we're going to teach you today can be done online and run out of your home. Like so many businesses now are being run, and you have to do your work out of your home. You can do everything without ever leaving your own home office. It does take a little bit of time, but only a couple hours a day in order to make all of this possible. You don't have to worry about putting in 8, 12, 16 hours a day. That is not the case. It just takes a few hours a day. And if you're able to replicate what we're showing you and what some of those students have, you'll never have to rely upon a job or a 401k or anyone else again to live the life that you want to. Now, by the end of the webinar here, you're going to understand exactly how this business model works. You're going to know what you need to do in order to build your own business, and you'll know how long it takes as well to accomplish your goals, because we all want to get this business up and running as fast as possible. Now, a few housekeeping tips here. The training should take about 1.5 hours. At the end of that, Dan and I will have a Q&A session, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. We're going to try to stick around as long as we can to answer as many questions as possible. Feel free to ask any questions while we're doing the training. So right now we have, I'll be online while Dan takes over here. Rich Henderson, our chief trainer and mentor, is also online in the background answering questions. We have Sonia also, who takes care of a lot of our students' issues and questions. He's answering as well. So we'll be answering as many as we possibly can. If we don't get to it while the training's going on, we'll be saving your question for the very end. So don't worry if we're not answering it right now. It just means we're overwhelmed. We have, if I look at, well over 1,000 so people already live on this call here. So we have a lot of people to answer questions. We'll try to get to as many as possibly can. As a bonus, you will be getting a list of those 30 hot products, and they're in the 3 categories that we're going to be talking about. You'll get the download link once we get to the Q&A, so be sure to stick around. You don't want to miss that. That is only for those of you on this live webinar. Also, throughout the webinar, because we're talking about Amazon, we're going to be giving away 3 $100 Amazon gift cards. The way that you'll be able to win those is that we just want you to pay attention. So the training is not overly complicated. Dan does an amazing job of breaking down the steps of this business. We just want you to pay attention, and then throughout the training, I'll hop in. I'm going to ask you a simple question based on what Dan's taught us, and the first person to get it right will win a $100 electronic Amazon gift card that we will email to you. The way that you answer the questions, by the way, is in the questions box, as a matter of fact. So if you're right where you said where you're watching us from, that's the exact same place that you will be also answering the questions when we get to asking them later on. Now, let me introduce you to Dan Ashburn. You can see him here on the webcam. Dan's a great friend of mine. He is one of the very, very best in this industry. We are fortunate to have him working with us as well, and you're fortunate to be learning from him today. He was able to build a $2.5 million e-com store at the age of 20. Dan and I and Matt also, we all met at one of our masterminds and one of our live events, got to know each other and realized that there's a lot of synergy involved here. And so we were fortunate to convince Dan to come on board with us and become one of our head trainers as well. He runs 4 different businesses in this space, and he manages millions of dollars in Amazon sales, and he's the leader of a private invite-only mastermind for top Amazon sellers. Not only where they teach and share, but they also learn a lot of things so they can know what is and what's not working in this business. So it's my pleasure to bring and announce right now, Dan. Dan, welcome to the webinar.
Thanks, Mike, and thank you everyone for turning up today. I'm looking forward to diving straight into this. Now, I know it's a Sunday, Mike, so we're going to dive straight in. Let's go ahead and turn off cameras. I think let's keep people focused, save the bandwidth. And I'm going to go ahead and start with a picture that says US e-commerce will rise 18% in 2020. Can everyone see that? Yes, awesome, cool. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my screen. And we are good to go. The technology is working and I'm very happy. Cool. So as Mike said, the US economy will rise 18% in 2020 amid the pandemic. That's what this news story said here on July 2nd. As well as that, we've seen 129% year-over-year growth in the US e-commerce market as of April 21, and 146% growth in all online retail orders. COVID-19 has sped up online shopping 4 to 6 years. And just think about what that means for a second, 4 to 6 years. And a statistical report that was produced before the pandemic even really hit at the start of 2020 predicted that in 2020, 47% of all spending online would be spent with Amazon. This means that at least 1 in every single $2 spent online is spent on Amazon, which is an absolutely mind-blowing figure to get your head around. With that, while other traditional shops have been forced to shut because of the COVID-19 lockdown, the online retailing giant Amazon recruited an extra 175,000 workers to help them deal with this surging demand. And you may think, well, Dan, that's a temporary thing. It's a pandemic. Of course, everyone was shopping online. In May, the end of May, just recently, Amazon have announced they're going to give 70% of those $175,000 US workers full-time positions within Amazon. And the other 30% are still going to remain in the business for at least the next 12 months. As with that also, Amazon said it could see a 28% increase in revenue in the first quarter of 2020, 28% in billions of dollars, an increase because of that online shopping demand. Not only is it Amazon reporting these increases, and we're seeing Amazon hire all of these employees and try and keep up with this demand, Goldman Sachs, one of the largest investments funds in the world, seeing 28% upside in Amazon stock, making Jeff Bezos even richer. But all of this pointing in the direction of online shopping is up. And more importantly, COVID-19 has changed our shopping behaviors. Now, studies show that it takes on average 66 days to form a new habit. Now, depending on where you are in the world, we're about 120 days into this pandemic. So if it takes 66 days to form that habit and we're 120 days into the pandemic, what do you think's happening? This study by Global Data found that the US market is on an upward trajectory as e-commerce as a percentage of GDP is expected to grow because consumer buying habits have changed. So while this pandemic was an initial surge and an initial flurry for online shopping because that was the only place that we could buy products initially, it's now changed the way in which we're shopping, and this increase is around to stay and has forced online shopping to increase and speed up and accelerated that growth 4 to 6 times, and it's not going anywhere. Our spending habits have changed and it's here to stay. So you may be listening to this going, well, so what, Dan? Why does this affect me? Well, right now is the best time in history to start a business on Amazon that can set you free for life. You can take a piece of this pie. All you have to do is implement the training we're about to lay out here for the next 90 minutes or so, go step by step, and within a few months, you can be in this position taking a piece of the online spending. So we're in this new normal, as everyone calls it. We're seeing it all over social media. Your friends are saying it to you on the phone, in conversation, new normal. And I think everyone during the lockdown period had this sense of optimism. It was like, this is temporary, we're going to bounce back. This is a temporary thing. And it didn't even feel that real. It was a bit of a novelty. We were locked in our houses. We didn't really know what the future is. But now that we sort of start to come out of that lockdown internationally and establish that new normal, reality is setting in. And the reality is that our behavior, the way we operate in society has changed and is going to have changed for at least some amount of time into the future, if not forever, especially when it comes to our online retail and our retail behavior in general. Now, right now, we're in this state of not really knowing what the future looks like. We don't really know if there's financial security. A decision can be made and then 2 days later change. One of my good friends is over in Spain right now on holiday, and all of a sudden today the UK government made a decision that everyone coming back from Spain has to quarantine for 14 days. He booked that trip not knowing that. He booked that trip being able to just fly back and forth, and now his entire future has changed for at least the next 2 weeks. With that, there's the risk of job security as well. We've heard all these horror stories of people being made redundant, companies going under because they didn't have enough cash in the bank to see them through this period. Big, huge international sort of global companies struggling through this period that you would have never thought would hit this difficulty, and nor did their leadership teams, hence the reason they weren't in the position to do so. And with all of this stuff, with everything that's going on in the world right now, we can't control what's happening. But one message I've been really sort of standing behind and pushing is you can control how you choose to respond. And in the future, my aim with everything we're going through here in the next 90 minutes is to help you take control, potentially look after loved ones, create that financial freedom in your life, that time freedom that everyone wants, so you're not stuck to your desk going through that 9 to 5. And ultimately, I was speaking to Matt in the background a few days ago, and we're having a chat around this. And ultimately, that freedom of choice. Right now, we don't have freedom of choice to an extent. We're under this weird new world conditions that can be changed at any moment as we react to this pandemic. And when it comes to job security and working for someone else, building someone else's business, that can be really scary. So with everything we go through here, it gives you the possibility to create freedom of choice in your life, which is the ultimate goal over financial freedom, time freedom, all of that. It ultimately comes back to having freedom of choice. So if we think about pre-COVID conditions, there was all these big brands set up, had all their pieces in place. They knew their customers, they knew their customers' needs, they knew how to market their products to their customers, they had all their distribution figured out, they understood their customers' shopping habits. But then COVID came along and somewhat leveled the playing field. So while big brands have to rethink most of their strategy, which takes a long time and resources, well, it takes a lot of resource to do, you can be agile and quickly take market share on Amazon for products that are skyrocketing in demand. As Mike just said, products that were ticking along before COVID, selling a few a day, making good revenues and making good sales, all of a sudden have skyrocketed because people's habits and their restrictions in life have changed, meaning they're now forced to form new habits. They have new options for vacation. They're buying new products. They have different needs. They can't just go down the road and easily pick something up because there's a one in, one out system maybe. And this playing field has changed. We live in this pandemic era, as it's been known across the world. So with this pandemic era, these 3 industries are growing like crazy, somewhat under the radar. The first is home and kitchen. If you think about the amount of time that's been spent indoors within your home in the past 4 months or so, it's probably more time than ever that you've spent at home. You're noticing things, you're starting new hobbies, you're starting to cook, bake, paint, all these different scenarios to pass the time within the house. And you're also just noticing that maybe your house needs a new picture or two, it needs a new cushion on the sofa or needs a new throw. And home and kitchen is up massively. Secondly is sports and outdoors. With the pandemic hitting, 2 things have happened. The first is people are a lot more health conscious. And I think people who necessarily didn't take exercise so seriously before are now thinking, I need to get myself in shape because if I was to get ill, I want to keep myself healthy. And also gyms and sports facilities that were used by hundreds of thousands, millions of people, were told to shut their doors. They can't have groups of people, which forced consumers to fill that void, fill that need for fitness and health in the comfort of their own home. And I know I've had to build a gym in my garage for the exact same reason. And sports and outdoors is absolutely up. And not just that, because of the restrictions on indoor gatherings, outdoor activities, cycling, skateboarding, all of this stuff outdoors is just surging right now as new hobbies are being taken up and new habits are being formed. Also, give me a yes in the chat box if you've noticed a surge in the amount of your friends taking up gardening. I know I have. Patio, lawn and garden, the category on Amazon, is surging right now as people are taking up new hobbies, like spending more time in their garden, and maybe a set of gardening gloves that were selling quite well before. All of a sudden, the demand is crazy, and the sellers, the people that own those brands of those gardening gloves, are struggling to keep up with that demand and keep those products in stock on Amazon, purely because there is so much demand for these items. And the best thing about it is it's not just these three categories. Yes, we made you a promise of showing you these three categories, but actually there's about 10 or 15 categories that are just surging in the midst of the pandemic. So as you can see here, this graph has been aggregated across a number of big online retail data houses, and it shows you a 52% overall growth in e-commerce consumer sales due to COVID-19. Now we have the obvious. I'll just pull up my fancy laser pointer here. We have the obvious, the medical essentials. We have the cleaning household goods, which are the obvious too. But look at this, baby products grown 200%, toys and games almost 100%, health and wellness almost 100%, work from home, food and beverage, household goods. So these are just everyday items that you're buying for your house have grown what somewhat looks like 70, 80% there, right down to pets, beauty and care, sports and fitness, as we said, and electronics. And interestingly, things like jewelry and luxury, automotive or tools, because during obviously this period, there's been less use of this or less need to be wearing these items, have declined. I have a question for you. How hard would it be to sell a bottle of water to someone dying of thirst in the desert? Not very hard, right? So in business, if you can find areas where there is more demand than supply, you don't have to sell. All you have to do is show up. You really don't have to sell. Where most people fail in business is hoping for customers to show up. They come with what they think is a bright idea and they hope it will sell. It's way easier to go where you know customers already are and then just present them the product when they're looking for it. That's the best way. And then find opportunities where there are lots of people looking to buy something and there is almost no competition. This is possible in today's world, and especially right now, brands with products positioned for the new world are in surging demand that weren't necessarily in such high demand before. And this isn't just a quick spike. As consumer habits are changed, more companies are sending their staff to work from home and realizing they don't need these expensive overheads in their offices. Products like this lap desk right here, are in surging demand. And there's a place where you can go to find out exactly what people are already buying. And then they rank all of the products on their site to let you know what's selling the best and worst. So there are millions of products on Amazon.com, and every single product has this number called a best sellers rank. The lower that number, the more sales it's making at any given time. And you know that if you're in, especially in the low hundreds, this product's probably making 10 million a year in revenue. But even if you go down into 10,000, 20,000 in some categories within the best sellers rank, these products are $1 million a year products because there's so much demand on Amazon. Each month, more than 197 million people around the world go on their devices and visit Amazon.com. That's more than the entire population of Russia. Just take that in for a second and think about the amount of people searching Amazon.com monthly looking to buy products. So if we come back to these categories that are surging in demand right now, one that I think is really interesting is the work from home niche. With companies everywhere realizing they no longer need these expensive offices and employers are happy and often, to be honest, more productive working from home. I know in my company, my team have been working from home for about 5 years now, and they're a lot more productive than when we used to have all the fancy, expensive offices. This is a surging market on Amazon and one that I'm really interested in. And the great thing about this is, unlike any other business model in the world, you can lock in your profit before you even start. You know what you can sell it for by checking Amazon. We've just seen that Amazon tells us exactly what we can sell it for, the price it's selling at, and how much it's selling. Step 2, we know what you can buy it for, which I'm going to cover in step 2 in a second. And then point 3, you know your exact costs, which is also coming up in step 2. So using these 3 data points, you know what you can sell it for, you know what you can buy it for, and you know how much it's going to cost you to sell it. You can calculate exactly how much profit there is in a product before you even commit to that product. So if I was to search Amazon for LED ring light, here are the results. We've got this first one, LED ring light 10-inch, $26.99. And then this second one here, which is the 8-inch selfie ring light, $45.99. That could be your product. So if we have a look at this and lock in the product profit before we start, I did some quick calculations based on how Amazon telling us exactly how many this product is selling. So this first one here is doing around $730,000 a year in profit based on an estimated 20% profit margin after advertising. The second one, $408,000 a year in profit. And then this third one, $420,000 every single year in profit, not revenue, profit by selling this product on Amazon.com. So just like George did, who was an artist and he wanted to build this business so he could travel overseas and see his kids, in under 1 year, George was able to build a $25,000 a month business doing just that. So next, I'm going to go into the exact 5 steps that you need to take to set up this business and achieve the success and the freedom that you want. So step 1 of the 5-step process is we need to create a list of product opportunities. Now, while finding the right product opportunity is critical, before we get to that, it's really important to find the right opportunity because your product is your cash machine. You want to make sure you go where a lot of customers already are shopping. And you want a product with little competition. That way you can enter the market where they're already buying products and not have too much of a hard time making sales with that product. Your goal is to start making money as soon as your product is available. So with that, step 1, we're going to create a list of product opportunities. So we'll write down your personal interests. I want you to take out a pen and paper. Write down your personal interests, your hobbies, maybe the career that you're currently in or have been in before, any passions or any sort of topic you really know a lot about. You know the customer because you are the customer. Then you're going to go ahead and open up Amazon.com, even if you're from outside the USA. So a lot of people ask, can I start this business if I don't live in the United States? The answer is absolutely yes. I live here in the UK and we have plenty of accounts selling over in Amazon.com in the USA. It's exactly the same. So you're going to open up Amazon.com, and we recommend, even if you're outside the US, starting because that's where all the demand in this business is on the American Amazon. And it's the best place to start, and then you can think about expanding out in the future. Once you've opened up Amazon.com, you're going to type a hyphen followed by 8 or more random characters. This is just a quirk with Amazon. It allows us to see all their categories. So go ahead, open Amazon.com and type hyphen followed by 8 or more random characters. On the left-hand side, you will then see the Amazon category tree, or a list of categories on Amazon. And you want to ignore the ones that are crossed out in red. So we're not going to sell books or Kindle items. We're not going to list a video game, or it's nothing to do with Prime. And then match your personal interests to the remaining categories and pick your top 3. So whatever those interests were that you just wrote down, match them to the categories and pick the top 3 that you would be interested taking a look at. Once you've done that, go ahead and enter the same search string, so the hyphen followed by 8 or more random characters into that category. So you can see I've selected sports and outdoors here. And then you want to choose through another 3 or 4 deep into the categories. Now, the reason we're doing this, you'll notice how we went to all departments. I'm just going to bring up the fancy laser pen. We went to all departments. We chose sports and fitness, but then it's going to show you subcategories under that sports and fitness category. Now, the reason we want to do this and go deeper into the categories is to find top products that other people aren't selling. Most of the people that go through this process that haven't had this training, just look at that top level category, and that's where there's a bunch of competition. The deeper you go, the more hidden gems you're going to find, and the easier it's going to be to get this business going. So I go down and have a look 3 or 4 categories deep into that category. And then we're going to use a Chrome plugin called Managed by Stats Retriever. So there's a free version of this, Managed by Stats Retriever. And what this does is using the data that Amazon gives us, as well as some proprietary algorithms and calculations and data that's not even available on the market, it will tell us exactly how much revenue a product is making in sales. So we open that up, and then we want to select filters, and we first want to filter on price. So I've entered $15 at the minimum here and $100 at the maximum. The reason we don't want to go any lower than $15 is after Amazon's fees, which we'll cover just a bit later in the training, it's very difficult to make any profit. So we don't want to go any lower than 15. And then any higher than 100, your inventory costs start to get quite expensive to buy products. And we want to find the cheapest route and the simplest route to building this business that's going to generate the most profit to get us started. And then you can look at the more expensive stuff later down the line. Now, as well as that, so $15 on the minimum, $100 on the maximum, we want to enter a minimum revenue. So $35,000 a month, $35,000 a month, estimating around 20 to 25% profit in this business would generate around 6 figures in profit per year. And most people we speak to when starting this business, their goal is to generate a 6-figure income per year. So $100,000 or more a year in profit. So if we look for products that are doing $35,000 minimum, we know we're going to end up at around a 6-figure income per year from just having one product live on Amazon. So we've filtered out those 2 results, and that shows us all of the different opportunities on Amazon within this category that meet that criteria. So you want to create a list of 10 to 20 opportunities that you like. So you do this 10 to 20 times, and you can go through multiple different categories, looking at all the different interests and passions that you have. Once you've done that, step 2, we now need to pick the best opportunity to start with. So why does this step matter? Well, you need to have a list of around 10 to 20 opportunities that we can then narrow down, but we only want to start with one product for fastest profits. So many people try to release multiple products at the same time, but that takes more resource. It splits your focus. It really means that you're not doing 100% on one product because you're trying to split across everything. And we found that the members that are most successful are those that choose one product, build that up, and then move on to a second product once they've got a business that's producing profit. And with that, not all products on your list will be equal. So we want to find the best one available. So out of those 10 to 20, what's the best one that we can start with and start generating profit as quickly as possible to fund our goal that we have for our business? So to do that, we need to determine the potential profit of each product on our list. So how do we do that? So here's that LED light ring that I showed you just a few minutes ago. You can see it's selling for $36.99. And then if you go over to a website called Alibaba.com, and enter the name of that product. So you can see I've entered 10-inch LED ring light stand. Alibaba is then going to present lots of different manufacturers that can make this product for you and tell you exactly how much it would cost to buy one of those products. So you can see here, I've got this manufacturer, and I can buy that selfie stand, the 10-inch LED light ring, for $6.74 to $7.42, depending on the options that I choose. If I then go to Google and search for Amazon FBA revenue calculator, it's really simple. You just go to Google, Amazon FBA revenue calculator. This little tool pops up. The first thing you need to do is ignore the middle column. So if I just come back here, you want to ignore this middle column that says your fulfillment, because we want Amazon to do all the hard work for us. We want them to do all the logistics, do all the shipping, handle all the returns and all the chargebacks and all that good stuff. So we're going to focus on this right-hand column here. And then in this right-hand column, the first thing we need to do is enter the price that this product sells for. So we saw that this product sells for $36.99. And then at that price, Amazon is going to tell us that they will charge us $5.55 in commission for selling on their platform. So I'm cool with that. $36.99 minus that $5.55 I pay to Amazon for selling on their platform to their customers. We then need to enter how much we believe it would cost to ship this product from the manufacturer, maybe in China, directly into Amazon, into their warehouses. So Amazon store all of these products for us. We don't even see the product or the bulk of the product. It goes directly from our manufacturer in China to Amazon's warehouses, and they handle all of the logistics, the storage, and everything there. Now, the range on this, depending on the size and the weight of the product, is anywhere from, say, $1 to about $5. So just to be conservative, and given the fact that this product's a bit bigger, I entered $5 here to get this estimate. And this is what you want to do when just analyzing your profit opportunities. Quickly run down this calculation. So I've entered $5, and then we have that cost of the product from Alibaba.com, $6.74. So once I've entered those data points, that was those 3 data points, and Amazon telling us their fee, you then go ahead and click calculate, and Amazon's telling us for every single unit that we sell of this product on Amazon, we're going to make $13.41 in gross profit, or 36%. So for every single unit, we're going to make $13.41. And this is a really good margin to cover all of Amazon's costs and still make sure that we put money in the bank and generate income for ourselves. So with that, we've determined the profit for each product on the list. Now it's time to narrow the list down to the top 3 based on that profit opportunity. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and contact suppliers. And we do that via Alibaba.com. So on those listings that I showed you on Alibaba.com, there's a little button that says contact supplier. And we need to do 2 things. We want to get accurate pricing. So we want to ask them exactly what's the finalized price right now for this product. And 2, for manufacturers that we like, we've had a good conversation and we believe the product is a good opportunity, we want to request a product sample. Now, what the manufacturer will do is post that product sample out in the post to you. It can take anywhere from sort of 5 days to probably 10 days at the moment, sent by air. And the reason we're doing that is we want to ensure that we're releasing good, high quality products. You don't want to release cheap, horrible products on Amazon. 1, because you should not want to do that as a brand owner, and you want to release something you're proud of. But 2, it's also going to show up in your product reviews on Amazon, and you won't last very long on Amazon. So we really want to focus on good quality products that we can be proud of, and then choose the best opportunity on our list based on profit and quality. So we now know what product we're going to be launching on Amazon to create our business. Step 3 is we need to create your own brand. Why is this important? Well, it's down to avoiding price wars for the buy box. So if you look at Amazon and say, look at something like a GoPro, you'll see that this product is priced $155, but further down on the listing, you'll notice it says new and used 16 from 149. Now this means there are 16 sellers selling this product wholesale. And this is why we create our own brand, so that no one else has access to that brand and can buy or can sell that product. When you own your own brand and you're the only one selling on Amazon, you get 100% of the people looking at that listing and 100% of the sales for that listing. When it comes to selling someone else's product, the only way really to win this buy box, as it's known, is by reducing price, which is a bit of a flawed business model because it means everyone is in a race to the bottom and everyone is only getting the same margins that they're getting when buying from those brands on wholesale. We're not interested in that competition. We want to own our own brands, so that we own 100% of those sales. So we avoid price wars for the buy box. There are also higher profit margins because we're cutting out that sort of distributor, that brand in the middle who's also making their profit, and you have complete control over your brand. You could be cut off at any minute selling someone else's product, whereas you own your product and you can develop it how you like. And you're also building an asset that has value. As you're going to learn, these brands are worth a lot of money and can be sold if that's what you want to do. So when building a brand and owning your own product, you're building an asset that has real wealth, real value that you could sell one day for a lot of money. So when it comes to creating your own brand, the first thing you need to do is come up with a list of potential brand names. Choose something that just sort of matches the products or the customers that you're selling to, but really don't overthink it. Just align it with the customer or the product you're selling. Check for the .com domain name. You can do this using namecheap.com or godaddy.com. They're 2 of my favorite sites. You want to get that .com domain, and if it's not available, just add something like store to the end of it. And also do a USA trademark search. To do that, you just go to Google, search US trademark search, and the government has a website where you can just enter the name and just check that the trademark's available. And then go ahead and get a logo created. You can do this at fiverr.com for a few dollars. For sort of $20, $30, you can have a logo created. Or you can go to 99designs.com. It costs a bit more, a few $100s, but generally higher quality design. I recommend starting cheap, just get the logo sorted, and then you can always update and improve it later. And then have the manufacturer do your packaging design to start. This is 100% free, or you could go back to fiverr.com and pay a few more dollars to get that done. But you want to design custom packaging that looks really good, has your logo on it, and communicates all the benefits of your product. And then you simply send the supplier your logo file and order your inventory. It's that simple. So when it comes to how much inventory you should order, this is a question that we always get. You want at least 300 units to start. Now, this is not ideal. Ideally, you want enough units that you don't run out of stock, but you can start with 300 units, and this allows you to run a promotional campaign without immediately running out of inventory. The average product cost with shipping is anywhere from $3 to $6. The smaller, and you should focus on smaller, lighter products for that, which means 300 units would be anywhere from $900 to $1,800 investment. So from the previous example, the profit per unit was $13.41. It was on the upper end of that $6. But if I was to sell 300 units per month, that would be $4,023 per month in profit from my first product on Amazon. Not a bad place to start. If you think where your sort of current salary is at, it's probably not too far off. So when you've done this process, how do we build a nearly automated process that you can run from your home or anywhere in the world as we sort of come out of lockdown and we're allowed to travel? So first off, you contact your supplier and have them make some inventory. So you want to order the inventory and have them make some inventory. Your supplier, your manufacturer, will, with a freight forwarder, have those units shipped directly to Amazon's warehouses. So Amazon has warehouses, they store the inventory, you don't have to touch that yourself. Shoppers are then searching Amazon, buying products, and they'll buy your product. When they buy your product, Amazon then takes care of picking, packing it, making sure it's good to post. They've got couriers, and they send it directly to your customer, and then deposit the cash for that sale into your bank accounts about every 14 days after deducting their fee. You then simply monitor your inventory, and when it starts running low, so when you're running low on your inventory in Amazon, you contact your manufacturer again and have them send more inventory on to Amazon. And that's how it goes round, and that's how you build this business. You just rinse and repeat that process. Okay, so we've found the opportunities that we believe are good product opportunities. We've contacted our manufacturers to get accurate pricing, and we've chosen the best opportunity because we're going to start with one product to deliver profit and before moving on to next products. So step 4 is to quickly get your products to show up when people search on Amazon. And why is this important? Why is this critical? Well, customers on Amazon search to find products to buy. They use that search bar at the top of Amazon. You want your products to show up when they search. And generally, the higher you show up for these search phrases, as they're known, this is known as ranking. So the higher you rank for these search phrases, the more money you will make. So the products in position 1 will make more money than the products in position 10, for example. But because there is so much demand on Amazon, you can even rank at the bottom of page 1, even into page 2 and 3 on some products, and still make good money on Amazon. A new product on Amazon won't likely rank for anything because it hasn't had any sales and it's not visible yet. And Amazon doesn't yet know whether it's a good product that it should be showing to its customers. Now, you can use a step-by-step process to fix that, and that's what we're about to walk through. After you get your product ready for sale on Amazon, you need to get it to show up for sale on Amazon and make sure that people can find it. So in this example, LED ring light, you can see these 2 examples here are showing up when I make that search for LED ring light. But how do you make your product show up before the other hundreds, if not thousands, of similar products? Using a very simple 3-step ranking formula. Step 1 is we need to discover the best search terms for your product listing. There are thousands of different search terms that people are entering into Amazon. And whilst, yes, eventually we want to be showing up for all of those relevant search terms, we can't launch to all of them to start with. So how do we find out the best search terms that are more likely to generate sales? You want to then use those same search terms in advertising. And don't worry if you haven't done any advertising before, I'm going to walk you through it here in a second. It's quite simple. And then step 3 is drive targeted sales with cash back offers. And we'll talk exactly through what that means in a second. So if we go through step 1, which is discovering the best search terms for your product listing, When a shopper searches, say, LED light ring there, as you can see at the top of the search bar, current selling products on Amazon have listed all of those search terms in places within their listing. You will see it show up in their title. So you can see, if I bring back my fancy laser pointer, you can see the 10-inch ring light with stands showing up in the title. You'll see LED ring light showing up in their bullets, as well as their bullet points, as these are known on the listing. Amazon also tells us exactly what customers are searching, not only just in the reviews by reading the reviews, but Amazon's artificial intelligence, which is a big, clever computer in the background, automatically pulls out things that shoppers are saying about this product, commonly in their product reviews. And these are also really good search terms that you want to include within your listing to show up for relevant searches when people are looking for the product you sell on Amazon. Now, as a pro tip, the longer the search term, the easier it is to rank. So when I type LED ring light here in Amazon, you will see that Amazon is suggesting a number of different searches that customers are making on Amazon.com. And these are driven by the demand for search. So the more time someone searches for something, the higher in this list they show up. So you can be really confident using Amazon's own data that you're choosing the right keywords. So as we can see here, LED ring light, 10-inch with tripod stand, showing up number four in this list of suggested search terms. This means lots of people are searching for this on Amazon. Now, a second tip, you want to put your main keyword near the beginning of your title. This is kind of a little secret that all sellers know, and you'll now notice when you look at products on Amazon, this helps your product show up higher in the search results when people or shoppers on Amazon are searching for that keyword. So by putting it at the start of the title, as you can see here on this result, LED ring light, 10-inch with tripod stand, that's telling Amazon to show your product higher up in the search results when a shopper searches for that search term. Also, you want to include those search terms in your bullet points. So as you can see, you want to write bullet points that are compelling, that make people want to buy your product, tell them why your product is good and the benefits of using your product, but also ensure that you're using the common search phrases within the bullet points so that Amazon knows exactly what your product should be showing up for. In addition to that, when you start selling on Amazon, when you launch your product, you get access to the back end of Amazon that buyers don't get access to. And with that, you get access to this secret little field called search terms, where you can enter different search phrases that you believe your product to be relevant for, and you want Amazon to show your product in the search results for. So that's how we discover the best search terms for your product listing. Once we've done that, we also want to go ahead and use those same search terms in advertising. So we're not talking about Google advertising or Facebook advertising or anything like that. Amazon actually has its own advertising platform within Amazon that allows you to put your product in front of people when they search for a specific search phrase. So when you get access to Amazon Seller Central, which is the thing that you use to sell on Amazon, you're going to go to advertising, and we're going to use sponsored products. So whilst there are 3 different types of advertising, the only one you need to use to get your product live on Amazon and start making money is sponsored products. So you click continue, and here you can see we've entered a small daily budget, $10, and we've selected manual targeting. So for just $10 a day, I can start showing my product up within Amazon search results for search phrases that I manually enter into this window here. So you select manual targeting, and then on the screen below, you type in those search terms that you want to show for, and Amazon will start showing your product when shoppers on Amazon are searching those search phrases. So another tip is to use those suggested search terms from Amazon advertising and add them back into your listing. So make sure that when you're sort of putting all those keywords into your campaign, you go back to your listing and just make sure that you've got them in your title, your bullets, your back-end search term field, which is that secret field that you get access to when you start selling on Amazon, and also the product description. So once we've done that to start advertising, the third and final step of the 3-step ranking formula is we want to drive targeted sales with cashback offers. Now, this is kind of top secret. It's not top secret in the sense that the government are keeping its classifieds. No, it's not that. But all advanced sellers on Amazon, sellers generating millions of dollars in sales, know this and have been doing this for about a year or 2 now. This top secret strategy are known as cashback offers. So a cashback offer is when you offer your customers a 100% product rebate, so you give them the cashback in exchange for purchasing your product on Amazon. This is not to ask them to review your product. So for anyone that does know Amazon or is already selling on Amazon who's listening to the webinar right now, this is not to ask them for a product review. This is simply to help promote the launch of your new product. And this is something that has been used in retail for years. If you think about Walmart or Target, you will likely have had some sort of rebate offer or cashback voucher from them in the past. And it's not just big retailers like Walmart. Big brands like Red Bull, the energy drinks, you've likely been to an event where they're handing out free products, free product rebates to promote new products and create that awareness and generate those initial sales. So the secret to making this effective, because it's all good and well to give out free products and product rebates, but the secret to making this effective that all advanced sellers know is you want to ask your customer to first search for your product before buying it. So they go to Amazon.com, search for the search phrase you want to rank for, and they do that before they buy it. Doing this helps Amazon know exactly what keywords to better show your product for. So you may be thinking, well, where do I find people who can buy my product for when I'm first releasing my product on Amazon? The easiest place is Facebook. And how you can do that is with a simple Facebook post. So you can say something like, hey friends, some of you may know that I'm starting a new online business and launching my very own products on Amazon. I would love for you to help me launch my product and test it. I'll give you the money back for the order. I can't wait to see if you like it or not. Comment below. So they're going to go ahead and comment. Another place you can do this is in Facebook groups. If you're releasing maybe a cycling product or you're releasing a product in a hobby that you're interested in because you chose a passion, then you will likely be part of some Facebook groups and you have some very engaged people there that would love to order and test your product. And then when they do comment, you can send them a message. This is one that I sent Mike as a test. So excited for you to try my new product. It's completely free and I will send you the money back here in Facebook or by PayPal. Not many people know that you can actually send money through Facebook Messenger really easily. So I've then instructed Mike very clearly on what to do. Please go to Amazon.com, search for LED ring light 10-inch with tripod stand, find my product, pick attached, order it, and then I can send you the money here in Facebook. It's really easy. Or give me your PayPal and I'll send you the money there. So very clear instructions, but notice how we're telling them to search the search phrase that we want the product to show for. And this is what the Facebook Messenger payment system looks like. When you're chatting with that friend, there's a little dollar icon. You can enter how much you want to send them, and then it sends them that directly through to their debit card. It's really easy to set up and available within Facebook Messenger. So you want to do this, these product rebates, you want to do this around 5 times a day for your main keyword until your product appears on page 1 and is consistently making sales. And then once you're there, you simply move on to your next keyword and repeat the process. It really is that simple. So that's the 3-step ranking formula. Now, does this work? So it sounds easy. Does it work? Back in the end of June time, just over a month ago or so, we launched a product, a set of taco holders, literally just to prove the process works and show some real life proof around this strategy. So you can see taco holder, stainless steel set of 4. Here was a screenshot of the recent search there. You can see our product here, Verve Kitchen taco holder stands with just 9 reviews, only 9 reviews. And you can see the first one is an advert because below the advert there, you can see the word sponsored. So they're paying to be in that position. Second one is a sponsored advert as well. That's an advertisement. Position 1, position 2, and position 3. So just within a few weeks of going through this process, we were able to make our taco holders, a set of 4 stainless steel taco holders, appear in position 3 on Amazon when a shopper searched for this product. So when doing this, if you think maybe we just did it with that one keyword, no, we had a whole list of keywords. When we're launching products, we track where we're showing up for keywords in Amazon search results. You can do this in an Excel document, a Word document. We have a tool that automatically tracks this. So you can see we had all these keywords showing up here on the left that we were tracking. We started the launch around the 26th of May. And as you can see, we weren't really showing up. A position 168, which is about, it's about page 10 or 11. We weren't indexed at all in any of the pages for some of these terms. And then as we started completing this process, just a couple of weeks later, we're in position 1 to 3, 1, 3, 4, 6, 1 for many of these keywords, as well as the one that we were targeting quite heavily, which was the taco holder stainless steel set of 4 showing in position 3. Now this visibility generates a lot of people looking at our product and then buying it. So just to look at what that looks like, you can see just in that period there, within a couple of weeks, we generated over $5,000 in product sales for this product. So if we take it and look at the FBA calculator that I showed you before, we targeted the selling price of $22. Amazon charged us around $3.30 in commission. It cost us $1.60 to ship this product, and the product cost us $5.57. So every single sale we were making, we were generating $6 in profit, or 27%. So with time, our target was 30 units per day. That would make monthly sales 900 units per month, making monthly revenue at $22, $19,800. And if we take out around 10% for advertising, that's generally what we work to once we've launched. We remove that from the profit. Our monthly profit after the cost of the product, Amazon's fees, and advertising was around $3,483 every single month. Now, if we work that out over the years, you can see sort of July, 900 units. You'll see we've increased in November and December because we're coming into the shopping holidays, and that's only going to be accelerated this year as consumer habits are more online now. And 1,000 in January, and continue to move right through over that sort of years period. This product would generate $49,536 in profit every single year on Amazon, just from launching this set of taco holders that we launched as an example to demonstrate the process works. Now imagine one product making $50,000 a year in profit. You only need to release 2, 3, 4 products, and you're starting to make an extra $200,000 a year in income that would allow you to create the life that you've always wanted. So once we've done that, step 5, the 5th and final step, is to use a simple formula to achieve any financial goal with your new business. And why is this step critical? Some products sell $1 million plus a year on Amazon, even more. It's quite mind-blowing what some of these products do. But you don't need $1 million product to build $1 million business. 5 times 200,000 is still $1 million and is likely going to be way easier. And even if your goal is more conservative, like $5,000 a month in profit, the solution is the same. This guy, Warren Buffett, there's a book called Snowball. He and his friend put together some cash to buy a pinball machine and then put that machine in the restaurant. And for anyone who doesn't know who Warren Buffett is, he's arguably one of the most successful investors in the world. Now, Warren and his friend put together some money when they were in their teens, they were teenagers, to buy a pinball machine and put that pinball machine in a restaurant. People started playing this pinball machine day and night and making Warren and his friend money. They then took the profit from that machine and bought a second machine and put it in a second restaurant. They continued to do this until they had a load of pinball machines all over town making them money. They were then able to sell that business for a lot of money. And this business on Amazon is exactly the same. You launch one product, so a set of taco holders. You then take the profits generated from that product and launch a complementary product. So here you can see maybe someone wants to make some soft tacos with the hard shell tacos on the taco evening. You can get this taco holder here on the right-hand side for the soft tacos. And the best thing about this is Amazon tells us exactly what our customers are buying. Because if I was to scroll down on the product listing for the taco holders, the 4 taco holders, Amazon says customers who bought this also bought, or customers who purchased this also purchased. That tells us exactly what other products we should be looking to release as a complementary set of products under our brand. And this is where we found these other product opportunities by simply looking at that box on the page that says customers also bought and seeing what other complementary products people bought. And the best thing about this is as the first product stands on its own 2 feet and starts generating profit, so will the second product stand on its own 2 feet and start generating profit, but they will also feed each other because it's the same customer with the same desire and use for that product. Maybe they want to buy both of our products and increase that order value. So as this happens, the compounding effects kicks in, hence the name snowballing. And we start to generate a serious amount of profit within our business and a serious amount of customers and sales feeding the cash flow within our business. So to do this, step 5, to achieve any financial goal with your brand, leverage comes from expanding one brand at a time. Amazon tells you exactly what else people are buying, and all you then do is add new products to your brand and watch your profits grow. So if we work out this over time, one product selling 10 units a day, which is really nothing on Amazon, an average profit of say $11 would be a monthly profit of $3,300. If I then added a second product to my range and I'm still only doing 10 a day on that second product, that'd be $6,600 every single month in profit. 4 products would be $13,000 in profit, and 8 products on Amazon would be generating $26,400 in profit every single month. Just think about the income and what that would do for you achieving your life goals. So a summary of the 5 steps: you go ahead and create a list of product opportunities. Step 2, pick the best product opportunity to start with. Step 3, create your own brands that we own the listing and own that buy box. Step 4, quickly get your products to show up for relevant phrases that people are searching on Amazon. And we do that using rebates, that top secret strategy. And then step 5, we calculate and to achieve any financial goal by simply adding more products to our range and going with what Amazon tell us that shoppers are searching for. With this, here is your 2020 roadmap to a lifetime of financial security and freedom with this business. So far, you have the fundamentals to build a successful brand. Now I want to give you a specific timeline and a roadmap on how you can achieve it. So 5 minutes from now, you should be crystal clear on where you're going and what you need to do to get there. So how can you achieve a lifetime of financial freedom? First is you need to get clear on the outcome you want. With any goal, you need to be clear on exactly what you want and where you want to be in future so that you know what action you should take right now to make it show up. So we know that by January 2021, we want to create that financial freedom, which is around 6 months from now, if we consider the end of January. So the first question I want you to ask yourself, and do this exercise, think about this, write this down on a pen in front of you or type it into your phone. How much take-home income do you want by the end of January 2021? How much take-home income would allow you to quit whatever your current situation is, whether you're in a 9-to-5, or maybe you're on furlough, or maybe you've just been, God forbid, made redundant. What would you want your take-home income to look like come the end of 2021? And with that, what would this allow you to do in life? Maybe you want to just take care of loved ones, spend more time with the kids. When things ease up a little bit, go traveling and see the world, or just, you know what, live on your own terms and not answer to the man or answer to the big corporations or anything like that. Maybe you just want to take control. But what would this allow you to do? And I want you to go ahead right now and enter into the Q&A box in GoToWebinar the answers to those 2 questions. So how much take-home income do you want? And with that take-home income, what would it allow you to do? So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to the chat box. I can see here that Serena has said $25,000 a month. Let's keep scrolling down. We've got Asvini, $50,000 a month. And guys, tell me what this would allow you to do. Anna, $50,000 a month. Lisa, $10,000 a month, retire and travel. That's a great goal, Lisa. We've got Wendu, $10,000 a month for control, to take control. I understand that. That was a big driver for me a few years ago. Lavanda, $5,000 financial freedom. But what would that financial freedom allow you to do in life? That's the important question. Because money doesn't buy happiness, but it enables freedom for sure. What does it allow you to achieve in life? Peter, $20,000. Jasmine, $1,000 to $5,000 a month. That's something we hear a lot, Jasmine, around the $5,000 mark. We've got Rabir, $20,000 a month to reinvest. Leah, I like this one. Help my mother so she will stop working. I love that, Leah. And we actually, one of our members, Channing, who I'm sure you'll hear about here shortly, she was able to do that with her mum as well. So guys, thank you for taking that and doing that. I hope that's got you clear. All of these answers are brilliant. Knowing exactly where you want to be and why you want to be there will help you get complete clarity. So if we take your goal, so the goal is represented by this star on the right-hand side. Let's look at how you can get there. Now you know exactly what you need to earn and what that's going to allow you to do. Let's work backwards with a timeline. So the gold star on the end of the screen there is your goal, is your financial target with exactly what it would let you to do. So first step, by early August, you need to find a product opportunity. So following the training you just learned here today on this webinar, you need to go ahead and find a product opportunity. By mid-August, you want to be looking to place your inventory order with your manufacturer. So you've gone to Alibaba.com, you've found a manufacturer, and you're going to go ahead and place that order. By October, you want to be looking to get that product live. So you'll notice there's quite a big gap there. We have to allow time for the product to be manufactured, and also we have to allow time for that product to be shipped over from somewhere like China into Amazon's warehouses, and that process takes a few weeks. So you want to be getting that product live by October. And then around mid-October, you want to be executing this product launch that I've just shown you how to do. So you want to be using finding your keywords, using advertising, and then using that top secret rebate strategy to go ahead and get your product showing up on Amazon for search phrases that are going to generate sales for your product. By the end of October, you might be looking to reinvest for more inventory, so maybe product 2 by this point. And then by the end of January 2021, you're launching your second product and well into that goal of your financial freedom. And for many of you that I've seen the answers shown, will be able to quit the job or recover from whatever situation you're currently in. So this is the timeline you need to work to. Now, as we move on into this year, you do have to be, this is achievable, but you would have to be focused and take daily action to achieve this. But as with anything in success, momentum is everything. And the more focused you are, the more success you will have. And this is more than realistic if you start today and put in the effort. So why is now the perfect time to start this business? Not only is there crazy demand on Amazon right now, you can get inventory live before the holiday season. So about 30% or more sales happen in the last quarter of the year. If you think about how much shopping goes up towards sort of Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that good stuff, if we start now, we can get our product live on Amazon before that big surge. With that, you also get access to 2, and as of the last week or so, possibly 3 of the biggest shopping days of the year. So everyone here has probably heard of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Amazon has just announced they're also pushing back Prime Day, which is another big shopping day of the year. We don't know when that's going to be, but it could be later on in the year. These days are huge, and not just the days leading up to them and the days after them generate huge volumes of sales. And if we start right now, you can have your product live on Amazon to cash in from that big surge of online ordering. Not only that, Mike was telling me earlier today that Walmart has announced they won't open stores on Black Friday. And many of the big retailers are also following this trend. So if people can't go physically into the big stores to buy products on Black Friday, where do you think they're going to spend their dollars on Black Friday? Now we know that 1 in every $2 is spent on Amazon at a minimum. So that is going to surge the sales on Amazon this year. My prediction is more than ever before because of COVID, because of Walmart's and stores like Walmart shutting their doors. You can make way more profit at the end of this year with the increased holiday season and these shopping days, and ultimately achieve your financial freedom faster. So now is the perfect time to start because you can go ahead and do that. Just like Channing, a good friend of mine and Mike's, Channing's 23, she's a hairdresser from Dallas. She built a $500,000 along with her husband, Justin, a $500,000 per month business by doing exactly everything you've just learned here on the training. And as you can see, just sort of towards the end of 2019 there, just 1 month, Channing and Justin were able to generate $521,000 in sales revenue per month. And as she said, I've made more money in a single month than I used to make in a year.
Well, thank you for having me on. Before ASM, I was actually beginning my hairstyling career. So still a personal stylist. I worked for myself. I didn't work for the salon. But what that entails when you get started is you work crazy hours. If someone wants you to do their hair at 10 o'clock, you say yes. If someone wants you to do their hair at 7 a.m., you say yes. You do weddings all weekend. Really, you're at the mercy of all these new clients that you're trying to gain so that you can make more money. I mean, that's kind of the point. Justin and I had car payments that were insane, and we were trying to pay that down. A house payment. I had my first son during that time, and same thing with being a new hairstylist. Sadly, I had to have a C-section with Dash, and that is a major surgery. I only took off 2 weeks, and I went straight back to work after that major surgery because I was so afraid to lose my client and then to go to someone else if I didn't come back fast enough. And then if we took a vacation, I would have to make sure I could fit everyone in that next week. So they didn't get upset if I was gone. I needed to double time it when we got home. So I kind of paid for it. But that's kind of where we were, struggling to pay bills, and really just, we knew we didn't want to live paycheck to paycheck, but we didn't know how to get out of that rat race that we were in.
Right. So it sounds like life has changed quite a bit for you. Tell me now, what is life like now that you have this amazing business that you're operating?
So life now is, I would say, everything I wanted it to be when I watched the ASM videos, like the dreams that I had in my head. So we're able to travel wherever and whenever we want, take our kids to do things that I don't think we ever could have afforded. We're now financially free, so that's like such a good feeling. And then a really, really cool thing that just happened, I actually just announced to all of my clients that I am retiring. So I'm retiring from being a hairstylist so I can actually work on our other brand. We now have a second brand that we started with the coaching that we got from ASM. So now we're gonna have two brands. And yeah, so it's pretty wild. And the best thing about that whole situation of me being able to retire, my mom actually went through a terrible divorce a couple of years ago, and I always wanted to be able to do something to help her out. She actually is a hairstylist with me at my salon that I own. So now that I'm retiring, I am gifting my salon to my mom. Like my Amazon company is doing so well. I am gifting my mom a business. Like it's crazy. And I'm so, so thankful.
That is amazing. That's the first I've heard of that. But it doesn't surprise me knowing the way that you and Justin are. Have you told your mom that already?
Yes, and she cried. I mean, she's seen like our success and how hard we worked to get to where we are, and she was so proud, but she just started bawling. And yeah, it was a really, really special night to have with her, to tell her, I'm quitting. Yes, it's sad. I'm not going to work with you every day anymore, but this really cool other thing is going to happen too. And she was just floored and so excited.
Now, I think I saw you posted about you quitting. Like, when are you going to be quitting? Is it like end of the summer, end of the year, or when?
So for my clients, I wanted to be able to see them one last time to tell them bye. So I am retiring in July, the end of July.
Awesome, awesome. So that's incredible, incredible story. I got a chance to. Well, let me ask you this. So, have you, in addition to like the incredible results, I was going to ask you about your results, but looking below our pictures, we can see them. That's. Did you ever in your life imagine that you would see those type of sales from something that you had built?
No, our business snowballed so fast and it just kept growing and growing. And I think Justin and I both were so incredibly proud of ourselves, but also it's still shocking to say the numbers, and we don't really say the numbers a lot unless someone specifically asks. But yeah, it's been a really fun ride.
So in addition to like having this incredibly successful business, in addition to being able to gift your mom your own business, how else, like what else have you been able to do with because of this journey you're on?
So we've also been able to take some of our family on trips. We've been able to take my parents on a trip. We're about to take Justin's family on a trip just to say thank you so much for being amazing parents and like supporting us when we wanted to do all of this. Gosh, we've been able to not miss out on anything with our children. So my oldest plays select baseball, and it is very, very expensive. If anyone knows about select baseball, it's crazy. So our company actually sponsors him to play. So that's awesome. And he's super excited. Both of my kids now see the lifestyle that we have, and it's kind of changed as Dash has been growing up. He's going to be 10. So he sees it a little more than my smaller one who's 4, and he already says he wants to be an entrepreneur. He wants this type of life. Although he doesn't really know what that means, he knows that he wants to work for himself. So that's kind of cool.
And so when you're able to go to all these sporting events now with your kids, what do the other parents think when they see you there at every event?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of the parents have actually asked us what we do at school events and baseball events. Like, how do y'all both have as much free time? And you both are young. Does one of you work? Are you living with your parents? Like, how are you able to make all these things work? So we've actually been able to share ASM with some of those parents, and they've done it as well.
That's fantastic. Keep sharing it. I know we got a chance to hang out together last fall, late last summer in Hawaii. And that's where you and your husband Justin first shared your story with us. It's an amazing journey. It's amazing to see what you guys have built over such a short period of time. So right now I'm looking here, we have well over 1,000 people still on this webinar, getting the free training, probably trying to decide what their next step is, which you were in the same situation. So was I. If you want to speak to those people, like what would you recommend to someone who's on the fence right now about whether or not to take this leap and go into entrepreneurship and join ASM?
So first, if you're still watching, you're probably so close to wanting to purchase it. And I have been in your shoes. I was terrified. Like I said, we had a lot of debt. It wasn't a lot of money that we had to spend, and it really scared me. It did. So if I need to be that person for you, like my mom was for me, She told me the best things ever. I went to her the next day and I said, Justin, I really want to do this course. I'm terrified. Like, what about this? What if this happens? Blah, blah, blah. And she looked at me and she said, you need to take a chance on yourself. And in a year from now, when you watch those videos again, you're going to regret that you didn't do it. So you need to take a chance on yourself, believe in yourself right now. And then the last thing she said that still like gives me goosebumps, she said, don't look back. So take a chance on yourself and don't look back. And we haven't. Like, our first conference we went to, like I said, Matt said, there's no plan B. And for us, if we were going to spend that money, there was no plan B. There was no turning back for us. And as you can see, like, we have grown 100% almost every single year since we started this company. So it's just do it. It's so worth it. It's worth learning new things for yourself and not someone else's company that, like Matt said, you could get furloughed, you could get fired. They could sell the company and then you have to learn a new boss, like all kinds of things. This is for you. So learn new things for you. That's so much more exciting.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, Channing, not just for joining us today and sharing your story with everyone on this webinar, but for everything that you've always done to help other people. There's your mom, there's all the parents, the people in your life, other sellers in our community that you've been helping as well. Want to thank you from the bottom of our heart, and I look forward to when we can travel again and all get together and see each other one more time.
So with all that, now what are the next steps? We've covered a lot so far here on the training. We've covered the 26.1 trillion opportunities that's happening right now. There's so much money coming online right now as shopping behavior has changed. And as we come up towards the end of the year, retailers changing their strategy. All of that money is being spent online. We've covered how to build a profitable business without selling, by just taking a product to market where the customers are already buying. We've covered why to start with Amazon. 1 in every $2 is spent online in the US is spent with Amazon. And I've taught you how to create a list of opportunities that are all good profit opportunities to sell on Amazon. We've walked through how to find suppliers using Alibaba.com and then using the FBA profit calculator to calculate exactly how much profit you will make before you've even committed to that product. We've covered why you must own your own brand and not compete for the buy box, so that you generate or own 100% of the sales that are generated from that listing on Amazon, and you're not competing on price because you're the only seller on Amazon selling that brand because you own the brand. We've covered how to get top rankings for high value search phrases on Amazon using that simple top secret strategy for launching products in the form of cashback offers, and also including those key phrases in your title, your bullet points, and that secret field in the back end, the search term box. We've then shown you the simple formula to scale your business and achieve any goal by simply compounding and snowballing that, just like Warren Buffett did with his pinball machines. You've even clarified your own financial goal to achieve by January 2021, and you shared it with me in the Q&A box with not only the financial reason, but the reason and what that would allow you to do in life if you were to achieve that goal. Right now is the best opportunity that I have ever seen to build a wildly successful e-commerce business. And you don't want to miss this. If you do, what could happen if you don't do all of this alone? So what could happen if you try to do all this alone? I really don't want you to miss this, is you could choose the wrong product. You could end up with a bad supplier. You could overpay for your inventory and pick the wrong keywords. You could create a bad Amazon listing, which ultimately is going to show up, but no one's going to buy. You could waste money on the wrong kind of advertising and set all that stuff up incorrectly and send the wrong people to your listing. You might miss a step in launching your product, which means you go through all that work and that effort to achieve that visibility, but maybe you miss a step and it doesn't go well, and then you've invested all that time. Or you might get your Amazon Seller Essential account suspended accidentally. This is definitely becoming more common unless you have the right guidance, the right sort of plan to follow. Amazon are getting very sensitive to the way in which sellers operate their accounts. And ultimately, you might waste time, waste money, and worst of all, give up right before you're about to succeed, which is something we see so many people do because they don't have that guidance. Now, we know this because we've made all these mistakes ourselves. Myself, Mike, Matt, Rich, we've all made the same mistakes ourselves. Here's what we call the critical loop for success to getting from setting up your goal to actually achieving it. So your goal is on the left-hand side. We have success on the right. The first is you need a good, solid plan. Now, with that plan, you're inevitably going to make mistakes. It's just going to happen. And then you have to learn from those mistakes and persevere through those mistakes and apply them to your plan to improve and generate success. And if you work with us, we can help you make this so much better and so much faster. We can help you come up with a better plan, avoid those costly mistakes, teach you what we have learned so you can learn from our mistakes, and hold you accountable to persevering so you actually go out there, do the work, and achieve your goals and your success. So what will it take for you to take advantage of the huge opportunity today? And here's how I know why you should do this. So step one, you need a proven system to follow, a proven system that's generated results for thousands of people. You need experts to get help from that have been there, done it before, and have already achieved that level of success and achieved that goal that you're striving for. You need to surround yourself with like-minded people who are all on the same journey, all going through the same challenges and having the same fears and thoughts in their head to help you move forward. And you also need the right tools and resources to give you that unfair advantage on Amazon by speeding up that process of using the data from Amazon to tell you exactly where you should be heading with your advertising, what products are good to sell, what keywords should you be targeting, all of the critical pieces that make up the success of this business. So what we've done is taken all of this and thought about every possible thing that could go wrong. And we've put this inside of a program that we call Amazing Selling Machine. Amazing Selling Machine is set up to help you achieve the results that you want. Whether it's to gain financial security, never depend on a job again, or answer to the big corporations or to government. Create a reliable source of income and wealth that's predictable into the future that you control. Build a business that you're proud of. So instead of building someone else's business, you can put the same hours into building your own business and creating wealth for you and your family. And save thousands of hours with a step-by-step program that tells you exactly what you need to do with over-the-shoulder demonstration. And ultimately, you will gain clarity and confidence in knowing exactly what you need to do, which all leads to creating the life you want far faster and easier today, which gives you freedom of choice in life. Again, we can't control what's happening, but we can control how we choose to respond. As Warren Buffett says, the best investment you can make is investing in yourself. And here's some proof that ASM is the answer for you and achieving your goals. We've been doing this over 8 years now, helping thousands and thousands of people like you succeed. Our students have generated over $9 billion in total sales on Amazon. And we've worked with some of the world's top business leaders, including Damon John, Richard Branson from the Virgin Group, Sarah Blakely from Spanx, Robert Kiyosaki, author of the #1 financial independence book of all time, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all sharing a similar mission to Amazing.com and Amazing Selling Machine. All have spoken on our stages at our events, and we've worked with these guys, most recently Damon John, in helping people build this business. We've been featured on news agencies like CNBC, Entrepreneur.com, Forbes, Business Insider. We've been featured in all of these places. And as well as that, get rolling here. Sorry, Mike's having a bit of tech issue here, buddy.
It's all good. We're answering a bunch of questions in the background while Dan's getting that figured out here. I'll answer one right now. There we go. Good job, Dan.
Yeah, we're good. So with all that, sorry guys about the tech, we always had a little glitch here and there. With all of that, we're 30,000 members strong. This is a very strong community, and it goes much further and much deeper than just sitting at a computer, communicating by the internet. When we're allowed to in normal times, we're all meeting up, sharing life experiences, and surrounding ourselves with like-minded people who are all on the same journey, sharing the same goal, achieving the same level of success. Just like George did here, there's the $25,000 a month that allowed him to go and spend time with his kids internationally. Or here we have another one of our members, $100,000 a month in ordered Amazon items. And with all of this, now it's your turn. So I want to go ahead and introduce ASM 12. ASM 12 is built for today's world to help you build wealth fast. We're filled with 100% new strategies that are working like crazy right now, including how to find the best product opportunities. It shows you exactly which keywords to target and where the money is on Amazon. how to launch your products to the top of Amazon easily, including 4 new powerful software tools that will save you time in doing all of this. And for the first time ever, a personalized coaching program to make sure that you succeed. So ASM is a step-by-step online web class. There are 160 new video lessons, 9 modules, over 50 hours of content that allows you to go at your own pace. The great thing about ASM is you can watch it anytime, easy to follow videos, and free lifetime updates. Amazon is a fast-paced, quickly growing marketplace, and we are ahead of all the strategies and all the tactics to make sure that you are generating success in your business and you get access to all of those updates for free for life. And the best thing is you can start right here today. So on the right-hand side, we have Mike, who you've met already. We then have Matt Clark, founder of amazing.com. Matt started this business 8 years ago, generated a lot of success. My good friend and counterpart, Rich Henderson, chief trainer, very experienced in helping people generate success. He runs his own Amazon business himself. Everyone within the team are sellers themselves. And then myself, Dan Ashburn, who you've been listening to for the last hour or so. I've been in this business around 5 years and currently manage over $1 million in sales every single month on Amazon. So ASM is really the fastest way to learn to build a business. Now, with that, you could go and get an MBA. And many people, the traditional route to go and get an MBA, it takes 2 years of your life. You live on campus, quit your day job, get the student loans and all the costs that come with doing that. Hours of daily sort of homework and slogging away, learning and studying and completing tests. At least $70,000 to $200,000 in investments to get that MBA. And you don't own anything after doing it. This is the crazy thing about this system. You don't actually own anything. With Amazing Selling Machine, all of it's 100% online, so you can do it within the comfort of your own home, with your family, around your current day job, at your own pace. It only takes around 1 to 2 hours a day to get started and get this business going. And it allows you to build a real business that you own. And at the end of all that hard work, you have a tangible asset worth a lot of money, serious wealth that you can sell for millions of dollars one day. So with that, the class overview, there are 14 to 21 lessons per module. Each lesson and module builds on what you've learned and done previously. The bonus welcome module is included to get you started. It helps you set up your Amazon account and go through all of the different sort of certifications, everything you have to do there. And as you're going through the program, you earn badges to reward yourself for your progress and also let everyone around you know where you're at so that our mentors and our community can help you push forward in your own success journey. Modules 1 to 5. The first module is all about finding the best product to sell today in today's current climate. How to find high quality, low cost suppliers. Module 3 is about creating an irresistible brand that stands out. And Module 4 is all about laying out your marketing foundation before you launch. Everything you need to do, some really critical things you need to do before you even launch your product. Module 5 is going to show you how to craft the perfect product page to generate the most amount of sales on Amazon. Module 6 is your step-by-step successful product launch. Teaches you exactly step-by-step what you need to do to successfully launch and rank your product. Module 7 will help you start and scale profitable Amazon ads very easily. Some people find this very confusing. We break this down in really simple step-by-step steps, and we've got an entire module to help you work out Amazon advertising. Module 8 are special strategies to scale your Amazon sales, so all of the advanced stuff that you can do on Amazon. And then Module 9, you get access to advanced marketing and traffic strategies to continually grow your traffic on Amazon, even off Amazon. Now, this takes as little as 1 to 2 hours every single day to build your business. You don't have to throw 8, 12, 15-hour days at this business to get it going. Just 1 to 2 hours a day, just as Mike did, just as I did in the beginning. You can get this business set up and generating profit to achieve your goal. With that, you also get access to the Amazing Selling Machine Mentor Program. They are 21 real experts who all sell an average of $1.8 million every single year each on Amazon. These are in the business, running the business every single day, and are there to help you in your journey build your business successfully. Between the different time zones and stuff between the team here, they're available almost 24/7 and to help you push through any obstacles or challenges that you come up against, and ultimately just speed up the success of the growth of your business and avoid those huge mistakes that can be very costly and timely. So just to sort of prove, this is one of our mentors' screenshots here. You can see it was taken in January earlier this year. And this individual mentor generated $3.3 million in his business on Amazon.com over the course of the last year. These mentors really know what they're doing. They've been doing it a long time, and they're there day in, day out, supporting you in your journey. In addition to that, you also get access to the private resource vault. So this is our private collection of personal contacts. There's 44 resources in there, over $10,000 of resources, including an expert freight forwarder who takes care of getting your product from your manufacturer in China to Amazon, meaning you don't really have to do anything. They'll take care of all the customs and the importing and all of the complexities that come with that. We include that within the resource vault. It also includes top product photographers to ensure that your product looks good. It's one of the most important things on Amazon is having a good main image for your product. We include all of our top photographers in there, and we've set up special relationships and a whole lot more. Brand new for ASM 12, which I'm really excited about because this has made this business easier than it's ever been before. We've included 4 powerful software tools. These are brand new to ASM 12 and only for ASM members. This gives you a complete unfair advantage in setting this business up and helps you generate success and profit faster and easier than ever before. It will also save you tons of time. With all the different ways and strategies of looking at keywords, we've taken the best ways of doing all that stuff and automated it inside of some exclusive tools that only you get access to. And you have access 100% free for an entire year. Now, after that year's out, it's then completely optional and there's a small fee. But for the first year, we give you completely free access to all of these tools. So the first is the exclusive product opportunity tool. It's the Chrome browser plugin, Retriever, that I showed you earlier, that will pull accurate sales numbers and find the best products fast. But in addition to that, the upgraded version, which is not publicly available, helps you look at price, rank, and sales history so that you know the product opportunity that you're picking is built for the long term and has longevity and isn't just going to sell well now, it's going to sell well next year, the year after, because we can look at the sales history of those products using data that's not publicly available. This really improves and increases your success rate because you're using that data to understand how well is this product been selling and how long has it been selling for. This will save you hours and hours of work, time-consuming work of looking at products, scrolling through Amazon. In the click of a button, you know exactly which products are good. With that, we have also created and released the Product Analyzer tool. Now, I'm personally very excited about this. I've been involved in creating it. All you do is upload your opportunity data, and it gives you very powerful insights about the competition for that product, including the depth of market. So depth of market is all about how much opportunity is within this product, how much money has been spent on this product in total, how much of it can I take with my product. It tells you all of that data and a whole lot more, and makes product selection really easy because we've introduced something we call Smart Rank, which will tell you which are the best product opportunities out of all of the products you upload. Even better is no more spreadsheets. If you've ever gone through this process and you've been trying to use spreadsheets, we remove that pain and it helps you discover the #1 product opportunity. As I say, it will tell you literally which it believes is the best product opportunity based on lots of data points that aren't publicly available and tell you exactly which products you should focus on. The next tool, the third of the 4 tools, is the Perfect Keyword tool. Now, this is possibly the most powerful one out of all the tools we're releasing, and came out of a conversation with Matt a few months ago and said, I wish there was a tool that would just tell us exactly which keywords are generating sales on Amazon and where we should put those keywords. Because there's lots of these tools on the market, they give you thousands of keywords, but then you get those keywords and go, well, where should I place them? What should I do with them? Which ones should I launch to? With the Perfect Keyword tool, it helps you find hidden opportunities. You will know exactly which keywords to target that have high sales and low competition. And it also prioritizes that list and tells you target these ones first and then focus on these next ones. This will give you faster profit for new products. So instead of having to try and figure all that stuff out and figure out which keywords are generating sales and test them with advertising, this tool gets you 90% of the way there by prioritizing those keywords for you using data not publicly available. The fourth and final tool of the 4 new tools we're releasing within ASM 12 is the Rapid Product Launch tool. This is not publicly available and it follows a 100-year-old retail strategy. This is the very same tool that enabled us to launch that set of taco holders and achieve top 3 positions in just a couple of weeks. With this tool, you get access to thousands of shoppers on Amazon, to thousands of buyers on Amazon, real sales from real people, and it will make your product rank fast on Amazon because we've trained these people and they follow a certain system to search for your product, find that product, and then purchase it. So no having to use Facebook, go out to Facebook groups and all of that good stuff. You can access this tool, only available to a select number of sellers, configure your campaign, and then just watch the sales happen. So with all of this, Amazing Selling Machine really is your program for success. You get the ASM 12 online web class. You get access to the mentor program, access to the private community where our mentors and your fellow sellers are there to support you in your journey. You get access to the private resource vault and the ultimate software tool suite. So if we was to put a value against these bonuses, the online web class valued at $5,000, the mentor program at $3,500, access to private community, almost $1,000 in value, the private resource vault, nearly $1,500 in revenue, and the ultimate software tool suite, $3,000 in revenue. That's a total value of $13,985. But the real value that you're getting with ASM is really demonstrated, as Mike showed here, by Jamie Harris, who was able to generate $1 million in revenue, sales revenue, in a single month at the peak of the lockdown, selling everyday kitchen products on Amazon. Really a phenomenal story. ASM is really like buying a ready-made business. We're practically giving you a pre-built business. You just fill in the blanks and your business gets created. Now, using some data from Biz Buy Sell, we found the median sale price of a business is $150,000 to $200,000. So if you wanted to go out there and buy a ready-made business, it costs you anywhere from 150 to 200 grand. And members of ASM have exited for much more. And by exited, I mean they've sold their business for much more. Like my good friend here, Michelle Benson, who went on to say, so Michelle's here over in the UK. Michelle went on to say, I sold my business for a multi-seven-figure amount, a business that I only started 5 years ago and built while I was raising my young family and caring for my elderly mother. So whilst I don't usually promote courses, and I certainly don't advocate this as a get rich quick scheme, this is a great course that is relevant for anyone who has entrepreneurial spirit and who learns best by following a course that has structure, systems, and credibility. It is ideal for anyone who wants to escape the 9-to-5 rat race and dreams of running their own business. Now, I can't say the number that Michelle sold her business for, but she recently sold this business for multi-millions of dollars in just 5 years. Another example is Leah and David Cups, a young couple who sold their business for well over 7 figures. And while most of our members start with between, say, $1,000 and $2,500 in inventory, they started with less than $500. So if you want to know what's possible in this business, especially with this webinar, you have to look at them and see what can happen when you build your business with ASM. And they didn't even have access to everything that you have access to here today with Amazing Selling Machine. Again, sold their business for millions of dollars. So rather than you having to pay $150,000 to $200,000, we found a way to let you achieve financial freedom for much less. We let you pick your own product. You do the simple marketing steps that we show you, and you create your brand. You then get the same certainty of an existing business, but your investment is way less. So that investment to speed up your success and achieve freedom with ASM 12 is not $150,000 to $200,000. It's not 2 years of your life. You can get started with Amazing Selling Machine for only $997 a month for 6 months. But the true premium value of ASM 12, if you could give away a bunch of low-level information for nothing, we couldn't do that. But none of that would make a deep impact on you. It would not make a deep impact on you. Instead, we've put every resource into this program we possibly can. The purpose is to make a deep, meaningful, lasting impact. ASM costs us around $2 million a year to run. So we couldn't give this away for free. And we want to make a deep, meaningful, lasting impact. And that's why we've put everything we have into this program. Even if it means that some people won't join, that's okay with us, because it does cost us around $2 million a year to maintain. With ASM, we focus all of our efforts on the truly motivated people that know they're destined for success, have that entrepreneurial spirit, and know exactly where they want to be, just say 12 months from now, and what goal they're working towards. They're the people that we can help with this program. Now, we believe in that so much that for the first time ever in ASM 12, we're also introducing the fast track to freedom. So we know that $26.1 trillion is coming online. It's what we believe to be the greatest wealth building opportunity of the 21st century. Millions are stuck at home, and unfortunately, many out of work also. You have the uncertainty of the world's largest employers letting people go, shutting the doors because they're running out of cash. We don't know what decisions governments are going to make next on lockdown and what the future looks like in this pandemic. We want to make sure you can become financially free. And to do this, we're putting everything we have behind it to help you get there. We've eliminated every single possible reason that you could fail. And we did open the doors to this, to ASM 12, just over, say, about a month ago, a little over a month ago. And we've had a few people throw in the towel for whatever reason. And their loss is your gain, because it means that we can open up these spots back up for you to get access to ASM 12 and all of the same bonuses that they did for a very limited amount of time. So we only have a few spots available, and it's only open for a very few days. So with the fast track to freedom, only with ASM 12, you're going to get access to weekly live group coaching calls. So every single week, week in, week out, you can join a live call and get all of those questions answered. We're also including an expert product selection review. So when you found the product that you want to proceed with and build this business, you submit it via the members area, and a member of our mentor team will review that product and let you know whether it's a good opportunity or not. With ASM 12, you've also got the done for you product sourcing, which is access to our entire sourcing team out in China, Vietnam, Thailand, places like this, who will go through the process of finding you the very best supplier with the best pricing and the best quality for your product, taking out all that back and forth and all that hard work out of it for you. We're also going to give you a personal product listing review. So at the point that you're ready to go ahead and launch your product, you've created your product listing, we know one of the main points that people can go wrong in this business is by not creating a good listing that's going to turn people that visit their listing into buyers. So within the members area, you can submit your listing and get feedback on your listing through a personal product listing review. In addition to that, when you're ready to launch, you also get a pre-launch one-on-one strategy session. So you go ahead and create your launch plan. You plan out what that sort of 7 to 10 days looks like, and then you can jump on with one of our mentor team who's going to go through your plan with you, so you can feel confident in executing that launch and ranking your product on Amazon. So not only are we saying, yes, your product's a good opportunity, not only are we going and finding the best manufacturers for you in China and places like that, we're also going to review your product listing to make sure you've done a good job and it's ready to go live. And we're going to walk through a pre-launch one-on-one strategy session so you can have confidence in your plan. And then also, for the first time ever, we have an entire dedicated team of people, past mentors, some members, that sort of thing, that are here and dedicated to make sure you achieve your goals. So on almost weekly basis, these team members are going to reach out to you and just make sure that you're on track, you're doing everything you should be doing within Amazing Selling Machine, and you're on the way to success with your business. That's known as the ASM Results Coaching Program, and it's brand new under the Fast Track to Freedom bonus, only with ASM 12. Now, an important note with this, the opportunity to join ASM 12 and get access to the Fast Track to Freedom ends this coming Wednesday, July 29th at 11:59 p.m. PST. As I said, we opened the doors just over a month ago. We had a few people drop out. We've got some spots, but they're going to go very quickly. We had over 10,000 people register for this call here today, and we have thousands of people still on live right now watching this training. With that, you also have the 100% risk-free guarantee. You've got the 30-day money-back guarantee. With this, it's unconditional, it's risk-free. You can try everything out, watch all of the lessons, get help from the mentors, use all of the resources. And you know what? If you want out within that first 30 days, all you need to do is let us know, and we'll give you a 100% refund on your investment into ASM. But in addition to that, you also get the 2020 Success Agreement. And I know we're not going to be offering this for too much longer. This is failure proof, 100% failure proof. You've got until the 31st of December, 2020, so the end of this calendar year. You must launch a new product within the first 4 months, and you must implement all of the marketing that we teach you in ASM 12 within the first 5 months. If you do that and we do some checks and you can prove it, not only will we give you a 100% refund on your investment into Amazing Selling Machine right through to the end of the year, so another 6 months from now, we will also, and this is crazy, we will also buy back up to $5,000 in any unsold inventory back from you and your business. So that is a complete failure-proof success plan that allows you to try this business on us, go through everything we teach you, launch your products in the first 4 months, execute all of the marketing in the first 5 months. You know you are covered up to 100% refund on the actual investment into ASM, plus up to $5,000 in any unsold inventory. Absolutely crazy, ensuring your success. Now, another invaluable benefit of ASM 12, you may feel uncertain about your job, and I understand it, and I feel very sorry for the people that are in that position. Or maybe you just want a new job. Maybe you just want to sort of change your future path. What if you could build a business and start a new career? So with that, I'm very excited to announce the ASM Certified Graduate Certificate. So this came around because we heard members telling us that they were able to take up a new career helping brands with Amazon while building their own brand on Amazon, their own business on Amazon while they were getting that going. And they were able to replace their income and learn the business at the same time and get paid to do so by helping brands with their products on Amazon. So we took that a step further and created the ASM Certified Graduate Certificate that allows you to prove your knowledge of selling on Amazon. You can include this on your LinkedIn. You can do whatever you need to do with it in interviews to prove and certify that you've taken training and are qualified to be running products on Amazon. You can use this to get a new job while building your business, therefore getting paid to build your future and your profitable business on Amazon. And it also allows you to leave as much money back in the business as possible and compound and snowball those products even faster. So to get access to ASM 12 and start your new future, here's what you need to do. I want you to go ahead and open a new tab in your internet browser and then type in asmnow.com/live, asmnow.com/live. As soon as you complete that order form, you're going to see a video from Matt welcoming you into the family. So there'll be sort of no additional add-ons or anything like that. You can see Matt welcoming you into the family, and you're going to go ahead into the community. So with all of this, what happens if you wait? And what I want you to do is, as you're joining ASM, I want you to drop into the chat box for me, I've joined ASM 12 in capital letters, so we can welcome you into the community. So type that into the Q&A box, let us know that you've just joined us, and we'll go ahead and welcome you into the community. But what happens if you wait? We will have harder time controlling coronavirus in the fall, a study from Harvard University. The World Health Organization's chief scientist says there is a very real risk of a second wave of coronavirus as economies reopen. Now, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but everything's pointing in the direction of uncertainty. And the only thing we can be certain about is the future being uncertain. Will there be layoffs, business closures, stay-at-home restrictions? None of us know. Here in the UK, the government's literally just changed it in the heartbeat in terms of travel and coming back from Europe. Trillions in retail are coming back online permanently. We know this. Retailers like Walmart are announcing they're going to close their doors on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which is only going to accelerate this online spending. Demand has skyrocketed, creating a perfect window for opportunity. And those that act and take advantage of this opportunity, launching the products on Amazon, following the training we've just gone through over the last couple of hours or so, are in a prime position to benefit from that opportunity. So with ASM being your path to freedom and security, when you join ASM 12, you're joining a proven system, a step-by-step plan that shows you exactly what you need to do with expert help and support and personal coaching. You have access to the 30-day risk-free guarantee and the 2020 success agreement that really does make this entire process risk-free, failure-proof. You can try this business on us all the way up to the end of 2020, right through to December 2020. And providing you follow the system, you implement the steps and the training that we teach you, you are covered on that investment. Or you can sit around and wait. You could be at the mercy of others. Maybe you get fired, employer shuts down, or you're okay with these limited options of being locked down and then employers being shut down and being told to work from home, then not to work from home. if you're okay with that, then you could go ahead and wait. So ASM 12 gives you the ASM 12 online web class. It gives you access to the mentor program, the private community, the resource vault, the 4 new software tools that really do give you an unfair advantage in this business. They really do take the sort of hard thinking out of it for you. And the fast track to freedom bonus that is brand new to ASM 12 and is the most personalized hand-holding program we have ever released. You get free updates for life. So as Amazon changes and the strategies change and we release new ways of doing things, you'll get access to all of that stuff for life. And you also get access to the 30-day guarantee, which means right now, you're not even committing to making that investment. You're simply securing your spot, getting access to the program, getting access to the Fast Track to Freedom program, and saving yourself $1,000. Because if for any reason in that 30 days you want to opt out, then that's fine. You just let us know and we'll refund your investment. Don't forget the 2020 success guarantee. So join ASM 12 before time runs out. Go ahead, open up that internet browser if you haven't already. I can see people joining already, which is amazing. Go to asmnow.com/live to join us.
I think we're going to start wrapping things up here. So I just want to I'm going to do my little wrap up, and I'll let Dan say goodbye to everyone as well, because he did an amazing job today. I want to thank everyone, thank 2 groups of people. First, thank and congratulate all the people who've joined. We've had a ton of people become ASM members on this webinar, and I couldn't be more excited for you. It's fantastic. I can't wait to see your results here, especially leading in and going into the holiday season. This is the perfect time to start finding your product. Be sure to start moving quickly tomorrow. When you get into the training, don't slow down. Start finding your product, finding your supplier, and getting your product ordered and launched next month so you can have your product in for the holiday season. So be sure to take action on those. And I'm so excited for all you. Now, anyone who couldn't join yet, I want to thank you for spending the past close to 3 hours with us. The training is amazing. Dan always does a great job. So I really know you got a great amount out of this, but I truly appreciate every time you hop on and spend any amount of time with us in order to show that what we're doing is important and vital, and you guys are getting a lot out of this. We love doing what we do. We love sharing the strategies and tactics that change people's lives, and seeing all these great responses, seeing how many people stick around to the very end just reiterates exactly why it is that we're doing what we do here. So thanks to everyone. I hope to see as many of you as possible inside the community, and at some point in the future when the world opens up, hopefully see you at one of our live events as well. And Dan, why don't you finish things off for us?
No worries, Mike. And guys, I'm just going to jump on camera and say thank you for spending this time with us here. We know it's a Sunday. You just made a really big investment in yourself by just dedicating this time to think about your future and making that commitment to changing your future path. I don't take that lightly. Mike doesn't take that lightly. The whole team, amazing. Don't take that lightly. And yeah, well done on being here today. So thank you for spending that time. To all our new members who are about to embark on this amazing journey, excuse the pun, you are in for a ride, and it's going to be a fantastic ride. It's going to change your future path. For anyone that's still sat on the fence, you literally have a couple of minutes to go ahead now, asmnow.com/live to join and get those bonuses. Or if you have to make that decision, go ahead and email support@amazing.com. But I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to spend the evening with my wife and my kids as we start this new week. That's it from me. Take care, people.